day one of training camp, maybe just talk about the energy with the guys as you guys get out on the ice.
Yeah, it's always exciting to be out there, so I thought we had a really good skate. The coaches ran a great practice. We got up and down the ice, worked on some systems, and it was just fun being out there.
Did Foot just step right into place as head coach today?
Yeah, it was fun to see him out there, and thought he did a great job. It was fun skate, like I said, and beneficial for sure.
Sounds like he's doing everything he can to empower the leadership group from that meeting in Detroit and the golf to now and taking your guys' input. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think that he's a guy that's been in our shoes, was a captain, he's trying to push us, make us better as well. And yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of leadership as well, and we'll be following his lead. But that's how we ran the D last year too, is probably with a lighter touch, and I'm sure he'll run the leadership group like that as well.
A lot's been made this offseason about your contract situation. We understand you can't sign for another year, so we're not going to ask you what you're going to do. But are you surprised at just the conversation and the noise around the topic?
I mean, I don't know. It's a Canadian market, and that's why I love playing here. Is people are so passionate. Not surprised, or I don't know. I don't really think about it.
What about your ability to stay present? You mentioned that earlier, that some guys get distracted by stuff like this. You don't. What allows you to stay that way?
I just don't think it's. I mean, there's nothing I can do. You said I can't sign, so it's pretty easy to stay present.
Talk about Adam's leadership. What about your own sort of? How has your leadership evolved? How do you approach day one now versus when you weren't the captain, when you were a rookie?
That's a good question. I mean, I would look at it more, how do I approach it from last year or the year before. Looking back to my rookie year, obviously I'm in a different situation and different person. That was 6 years ago, I guess. But you're always trying to learn new things and develop as a person every year. So I feel like I'm a better leader than I was this time last year, and I hope that I can say the same next year.
I was talking to Braden Coos earlier. It's his first camp. He's in a meeting. He looks around and sees all the stars. I mean, imagine you would have had the same thing. When you look around the room now, your team opening meeting, what do you see? What do you find yourself looking at?
I don't know. I don't really look around the room, I guess, per se. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm ready to go today, and that my teammates are know what drills we're doing on the ice or whatnot. I would say that's what I'm paying attention to, and it is day one, so as this camp goes further and further, I mean, probably pay attention to some of those things. But obviously, looking around, you notice that there's, for the first time, some guys that look young to me, and I haven't really been able to say that. But yeah, it's funny now that the time flies by, and I always think of myself as a young guy, and I still am. But when I look around, you see that there's some actual young guys here.
What does it mean to this team to have a healthy Thatcher Demko in the camp?
Yeah, it means everything, and he's a great goalie, one of the best in the world when he's healthy, so yeah.
Demko said earlier today that you guys weren't necessarily in a position to succeed last year given all that was going on. Is that fair, and just how different does it feel just with a new page now?
Yeah, I don't know. I can psychoanalyze last year. For me, last year's last year. This year, it's nice to see that he's healthy, and obviously less tension in the room this year, so it's exciting. I'm happy to be here.
Seems like he's got children now. He's kind of seems a little more grateful that he's gotten through all this. How do you think that can help him as a player and leader here and help you guys on the ice? Just that maturity.
Yeah, I mean, he's a really competitive guy, so it wasn't easy for him to miss games. Obviously all of us, we needed him and wanted him to be playing, but no one wanted to play more than him. So I'm sure that he has an appreciation for, being out there, feeling healthy, feeling good. I don't know if any of that makes someone better. If I go my whole career without being injured, I'm probably better off than if I was injured. But he definitely has gone through some adversity, and I think that he's probably going to take advantage of every opportunity he can get.
Speaking of the injuries you went through some during the season, at what point in the off-season did you feel fully healthy and be able to move it forward?
I don't know. I mean, I took a lot of time off, so I didn't even really notice when I started to feel good. But feel really good right now, and yeah.
There are a lot of questions from the outside about this team's ability to score. You weren't a high-scoring team last year. You didn't make a ton of changes in the offseason. Like, do you come into this year with a mindset that you guys might have to grind out a bunch of wins?
Honestly, my mindset is, don't borrow your worry from tomorrow. So if we can't score, that's something I don't need to worry about right now. What I need to worry about is camp and getting through camp, feeling good, making sure everyone's ready to go. And because, we might have a team that can really score, and we might have a team that can't. We don't really know.
Quinn, we all know how much it hurt to not take part in the Four Nations last year. How do you approach this year with the Olympics and how you manage yourself?
I'm excited. I mean, I'm not managing anything. I want to play as much as I can every game, and however I feel at the Olympics is how I'm going to feel, and I'll approach the Olympics the same way I'm going to approach Game 1 with the Canucks, which is I'm going to bring my best.
Every year you go into an offseason having something specific you want to build into your game and work on. What was this year's?
Just continuing to add layers on what I'm really good at. And I would say I took a big step in the gym and understanding my body and how to take care of myself, which I feel like I've always done a really good job at, but just understanding maybe that I don't need to grind my body down as much in the summer in the gym, trying to become a better athlete and doing my work in 45 minutes, 15 minutes rather than busy work for an hour and a half.
You wanted to add weight? Did you feel the need to do any of that?
I mean, we're hockey players. Like if you're 10 pounds more or 10 pounds less, I don't really care as long as you feel good on the ice and playing well. So as far as me, I'm never like, I got to add weight or I got to add this. All I got to do is just continue to get better at hockey, which I feel like I did this summer.
At this point in your career, how important is winning and being part of a winning environment, Quinn?
It's extremely important. It's always been important to me, so I don't think it's any more important right now than it was 3 years ago.
Can you give us the real story on this golf game in Detroit? Adam suggested there was an unpaid debt still, but
I have no idea, honestly. I was lucky. I probably played 50+ rounds this summer, so a lot of good quality time with friends and family. So to answer your question, I can't remember that round.
Details, and happy to be started again.
Skating with Jake and Brock, is there familiarity there that helps at the start of camp?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, we have some chemistry from the past, but yeah, I'm just excited to be here again and start training camp.
TV Adam talked a bit about how well you did on the skating test coming into camp. So how different does day one feel for you than you did a year ago?
I don't think too much about the past, so obviously I felt good on the skate test, and yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Is it rewarding to have your off-season work sort of pay off when you come into camp?
No, yeah, sure. I mean, I said in the exit meetings I was going to take use the extra time with the missed playoffs, and I think I did, and I'm happy where I'm at.
You said you're up about 12 pounds. Does that feel really different on the ice at all?
No, yeah, definitely feel stronger. Shots a little harder. Just overall feel stronger and better.
Are there any things you want to show to yourself that you want to work on during this camp?
Not that I can think of right now.
You've played with Brock a decent amount, and obviously a year with Jake as well. What did you like the most about just getting Jake as a line mate with you?
No, he plays a lot of speed, can score goals, good on the forecheck, so just get back to working hard and good chem, and we'll be good.
You're a fifth overall pick. The spotlight's been on you since you joined the league, Elias. Have you changed the way you deal with pressure at all over the course of your career so far?
I mean, that's a deep question. Have I changed? No, I'm trying to not let things distract me. Maybe it did in recent years or last year, but still growing. I'm not perfect, and what's in the past in the past. I'm just looking forward to what's ahead.
Is that kind of a learning process as well, working on that aspect?
No, I mean, every day is a new day. Just trying to be better every day.
how exciting is it for players to see a healthy Thatcher Demko out there, given all that he went through last year?
No, for sure. He's everyone knows how good he is, and I think he's. Both our goalies, I believe, are one of the best goalies in the league. So, So very happy for him to be back to full.
Seems like there's a lot of emphasis out there on getting 4 guys up in the rush. How exciting is that for you guys as a group, trying to create some more offense?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, we need to obviously play better defense, but good defense leads to good offense, and I like where the coach is so far. Yeah, one chip at one play at a time.
Adam talked about having a team that's adaptable. He doesn't want to lock you into a specific system, but you've got to be able to find different ways to succeed. How much do you appreciate that, being able to do things different ways?
No, for sure. I mean, if you do one thing, if you only do one thing, it's going to be easy for teams to read us, I think. So I think it's good.
Characterize your relationship with Adam. I mean, he handled the defense last year, but he's obviously around the group an awful lot. Now that he's in charge, like, what's your relationship like with Adam?
Really good. He obviously wants the best for me. We've had talks, previous years as well, just one-on-ones, and he always wants the best out of you, and looking forward for the relationship.
Is he different as a head coach than an assistant?
Yeah, he talks more. No, but it's good. I'm excited, he's excited, and I can't wait for what's ahead.
What did you think about the opportunity to go meet with Thatcher and Adam and Quinn early in the summer too?
No, I thought it was good. Just to set the standards of how we want to do and what we can do moving forward to be better, etc. It was good.
Adam said you still owe him $100 for the
I do. I still haven't paid him. He'll get it later today.
You guys obviously have internal expectations, but is there an aspect you want to prove people wrong? Again, after last year, this team, there's a bunch of individuals who'd like to do that.
I mean, I said some stuff in Swedish. Obviously, I'm not happy with how last year was. That's in the past. I just want to get back to myself and be the player I know I can be, and what I can do is only focus on the day. What's ahead?
Even after all these years, is there an excitement on the first day of training camp?
For sure. I mean, every year's different, and honestly, there's a lot of hunger from the whole group with the missed playoffs last year, and I think everybody has the buzz and ready to go and excitement. He's been waiting for it.
The entire coaching staff is different this year, from head coach to assistant coaches. So can you talk a little bit about some of the new assistant coaches and what you've learned about them so far in the limited time?
I mean, I've said hi to all of them, talked a little bit of them, forgot some of their names, but it's good. I mean, we're here in Penticton. Spend some time with them, shoot the shit, so we'll be good.
You said you want to get back to being the player you know you can be. Take me through that process. I mean, is it a switch that gets flipped, or is there how do you get to that point again?
Play good hockey.
Pardon me?
Play good hockey.
Simple as that?
Yeah.
Another highly drafted Swede, Tom Landers, making the training camp debut. What advice do you have for a guy like that?
Play with confidence, work hard, show every day how bad you want to make the team and everything. But what I've seen so far, he skates well, make plays. Just have fun and work hard.
Tell us about how good you're feeling. Last year we had this conversation. You were still dealing with the knee injury day one of camp, and just to be in this position now, how exciting is it for you?
Yeah, super grateful for the summer I had. Certainly gained some perspective just going through what I went through last year, and super confident in the work that I put in, and grateful for the staff, and obviously it takes a village, so we put a really solid plan in place really early in the summer, and I definitely executed it, so feel good, feel confident, and certainly nice being on the ice with the guys as opposed to, like you said, last year not being able to be out there, so excited to move forward.
When you've been healthy, you've always managed to play the game at a high level. Do you have full confidence that the second things start, you'll be able to be that guy again?
Yeah, I think so. Going through the summer, obviously you're working on your physical side of things, and obviously going through last year, it was challenging for sure, mentally, physically. So I think as much work as I put in on the physical side, I put just as much work in on the mental side too, just making sure that I was reminding myself who I am, and knowing that I'm still capable of doing the things that I know I can do. So, yeah, definitely excited to continue that throughout camp and get the season going.
That mental stuff, was that different from what I mean, that's always been such a thing for you. The way you approached it this summer, was there something you did differently?
I don't know too much, about it being different. It's more of just dealing with more adversity than I probably had in the past. So, yeah, I mean, obviously being a goaltender, it's a challenge mentally every day. So, had a good foundation in that sense. But yeah, going through kind of some of the things that I went through last year, it was more just breaking it down to the foundation and building things back up.
You talked about getting back to yourself. What did you learn about yourself?
Probably just that I could take a little bit more than I probably thought before. I think it goes way beyond hockey, just in life as people. Life throws things at us, and that's just part of being a human is trying to figure it out and move forward and try to take away the positives from it. And I think that was one of the biggest things for me, was not dwelling on how difficult things were, and trying to pick apart some things that I could use to benefit myself and grow as a person and ultimately as a player. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like I became a better father through the things I went through last year, became a better husband, and obviously my wife and my family were huge supports for me, and hopefully that kind of transitions to on the ice this year.
I think you have a pretty good sense of what you mean to this group when you're fully healthy and able to play at the top of your game. So with that in mind, what's your excitement level about what this group might be able to accomplish this year?
Yeah, I mean, last year, obviously, we had some adversity as a team, and then, I didn't really feel like I helped out too much. So I feel like I am a guy that can be a leader on this team, not just through my play, but a little bit more involved in the room. So I'm excited to kind of step up in those facets, and I think there's just a fresh breath of air in the room this year. Obviously, we weren't really, set up to succeed with some of the things that were going on last year, and I think it's a testament to the belief in our group, having, myself and Brock and Garley all commit to the group, and I think that everyone in there, believes that we can get back to the team that we were 2 years ago.
You've accomplished a fair bit in this sport. I mean, it's an all-star games, and you got your contract now, and all those different things. But the hockey gods have kind of conspired against you when it comes to playoff hockey, right? So, how much do you burn? And I know you can't play playoff hockey today or tomorrow, but how much do you burn to backstop?
Oh man, yeah. Group? I mean, I that's the most fun that I've had as a professional. I mean, I've only played 4 games of playoff hockey, or 4.5 or whatever it's been. Those are the games that I feel like I've played the best. Those are the games that I've been the most excited to be a part of. So ultimately, that's what you work for. And unfortunately, we haven't gotten to that point as much as we'd like. So I think this group is just ready to get there. And I think, it's tough to get there. I mean, everyone in the league knows that. You guys know that. And I do think that if we can put in the work and play like we know we can play and get to that point, then once we get in, it's anyone's game. And I think we have the guys in the room that can step up when the moment's really big.
That's beyond the mental side and your excitement, being able to be healthy and train all summer. Were you able to have fun and enjoy it in a different way, given what the sort of 12 months preceding it had looked like?
Yeah, I mean, it was almost like a rehab approach. I had no foundation physically when we kind of figured out what was going on with the knee. I didn't have strength. I didn't have range of motion. I didn't have much going for me. So really dumbing things down from the beginning. I didn't feel like I played enough hockey to take a lot of time off last year. So we kind of got going probably 2 weeks after the season ended. But yeah, just being able to feel like myself again, run around the backyard with my son, just little things like that, kind of, they spark a little fire in you. And, as the summer continued and I continued to see myself getting stronger with tangible improvements and even intangible ones too, that confidence just grows and you start to feel like yourself again. You start to feel like the guy that was here 2 years ago competing with the team. So for sure, through the process, there's definitely, there were some milestones that I was able to hit that I felt really good about.
And you've been through a few coaching changes, but Adam was telling us about the meetings that you guys have had in Michigan, the golf game, and even today, just in terms of some of the systems installed defensively. Feels like not just in terms of empowering or partnering with you guys thoughtfully off the ice, but also with the systems and sort of what's being asked of and challenged of the players here. Is there a different approach that you're able to detect already?
Yeah, I mean, I think every guy's different, right? So every guy's going to have their approach, have their strategy. I think footy's done a great job of kind of incorporating the group throughout the summer. I think in the past with different guys, and I think it probably is league-wide in most cases, but you don't really hear much from the team the early months, and then, maybe a month before camp you start having meetings or phone calls or what have you. So footy kind of got in our ear right away and was involved in some of our, not necessarily our training things, but different ways that we could kind of cultivate a better leadership group. And I think that's one of the things that he's really good at is just his relationships with the guys and writing that line of, being our boss, but also being able to kind of be approachable with us. And he was very involved right away, and I think the guys have responded to that.
Thatcher, this is the first time we've spoken to you since you signed the extension. Can you talk about that part of it, just now being a little bit settled and just knowing what's coming with that part of your life?
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to be a Canuck. It was always pretty easy for me. The team knew where I stood on everything. I've always been a guy that wants to be part of the solution here. Through the turmoil that maybe we had last year as a group and individually, I still have been 100% committed. I appreciate how Jim and Patrick handled the situation with the negotiations. I think both sides were really communicative and respectful of one another, and it ultimately made the process pretty quick. I'm so grateful to be back here, signed under contract, and I don't really know what else to say. I mean, I'm just excited and grateful.
We talked about workload with you, Adam, as far as expecting how many games might play when he was obviously. You talked about that.
Yeah, I haven't really talked to him too much about it. I think Lanks did a hell of a job for us last year. I think that the guys in the room, the coaching staff, everyone has a ton of trust in him, as we should. I think, he and I also have a great relationship too. We're always cheering each other on, and he has a kid probably coming here in the next couple days, so he's been asking me some questions about that too. I think we're in a great position to, rely on each other workload-wise, and whether I'm in there or Lanks is in there, I think the team has a great chance to win, and I think everyone has confidence in both of us.
Thatcher, Four Nations wasn't an option for you last year because of the adversity you faced. The Olympics are, I guess, still a possibility. Is that something that's on your radar, or is that a byproduct of if you have the kind of season that you want, that you might be able to play yourself back into that mix? Yeah, I mean, I think probably before last season, I probably would have been on that team. Things unfolded how they did, and it's out of my control. I think, I get asked that a lot just in friend groups or whatever. But for me, my focus is game number one. And obviously being on the Olympic team would be an honor and something that every guy wants to be a part of. But for me, after kind of what I've been through, my focus has always just been game one and being ready for that. And like you said, I think, I truly believe that if I can play it up to my standard, that I will be on that team.
You mentioned fatherhood a couple times here.
I love my kids, man.
Yeah. Are you that age where you now recognize how it's changed your life?
Yeah. I mean, it changes you pretty quick, right? We had another kid this summer, so that was another adjustment. Luckily, my wife is a superstar, so she's been taking the brunt of it. But I mean, it gives you perspective for sure. It definitely, kind of forces you to compartmentalize things, and I mean, that's the best part of who I am is being able to be a father. So at the end of the day, this stuff's not quite as important anymore, which probably helps me a little bit, turn the knob down a little bit. But for sure, it changes you.
Jake, maybe start with just getting out there for a skate with the whole team. How do you feel?
Yeah, it was good. It was get a little nervous still, even though I don't know how many camps it's been for me, but no, it's nice. Everyone's healthy, everyone's in good spirits, and we had a pretty good pace I thought today, especially in the first skate, of the two, and getting the legs moving, seeing the fans out here, it's go time again.
And what about you personally stepping out there? How do you feel physically, mentally?
Yeah, physically I felt okay. I didn't feel too great, to be honest with you. I didn't have the jump I wanted, but had some tough hand moments out there, but working through the kinks. But honestly, I feel pretty good. I feel that I'm in a good spot to kind of hone everything in before it gets going here, and I just want to keep improving every day to be ready for game one.
You got to know Adam a bit last year as an assistant coach. What's he like as a head coach? How's he different?
Yeah, obviously, I think Adam's Adam. I think he's pretty true to himself, and I think that comes off really well with a guy like me. You know what to expect, and he's pretty clear on what he wants in terms of direction and video and different things as of now, which was not too different than last year when he was, doing the penalty kill and things of that nature. And I thought it was ran well. I thought that today was really smooth. I felt like the drills had meaning to them, and there was a process there. And I think that for me, I'm just excited. I think everyone is, including him. I mean, I'm not speaking for my new coach here, but everyone's excited to get this going.
Is there a different head coach for you in the last 3 years? Does that keep it fresh, or does that make it difficult?
Yeah, keeping it fresh is probably the best way of saying that. To be honest with you, I think I can, as a player, you just look at your individual game and see, what each coach is looking for, I guess. And but I wouldn't say it's difficult. I'd say it's more of a fresh face, fresh start. It's all about positivity and excitement, obviously, this time of year, and there's nothing like Coach Rez Jam.
Pettersson line mate again. We talked about it at this time last year. It looks like it could start again this year. What did you learn about playing with last year you can bring into this season?
Yeah, I learned a lot, honestly, just in terms of how he wants to play the game, how he thinks the game, and kind of where he is on the ice positionally as well. I think that was something that took a little longer than I would like to admit for me to figure out. I didn't really know where to go on the ice when he was there. It's just kind of funny because he's such a good player. You just got to pretty much get to the net or get to the scoring areas. But even with him and Brock, I think they're both different players, and but they play the same type of way. So today we had a couple 5-on-5 drills. Everyone was in positions and stuff, and just try to work on it. And like I was kind of saying earlier over there, I guess I played with them in spurts last year. We had some good moments and some bad moments, and we're talking it through and trying to improve.
Are there any major differences you've noticed between last year's training camp and kind of the offseason and what's happened this year?
Well, for me, it was longer, to be honest with you, in terms of the offseason. But I think that there's, for me, it's just more comfortable. I just know more people here. I know the staff, the management, more players, and it's one of those. Yeah, I would say that's probably the biggest difference. It's just I kind of know where I'm going. I got lost in the way of the rink again here, but that's pretty normal. But I remember last year, and it kind of feels weird how I guess it comes full circle thinking about it.
And during the offseason, you had that viral moment with the cards.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about how that whole situation came about?
Yeah, well, I had a lot of time off, so that's what I've been telling the guys to sound cool. But no, yeah, I mean, I didn't know it was gonna get. I didn't know the camera was out, but then once the camera came out, I thought it would be. I don't know if it was gonna go everywhere, but it was gonna go everywhere in 3 days or three years, is what I said, and then it was everywhere. So I can't hide it no more. But yeah, a little side hobby I picked up, side hustle, and it's been kind of funny actually see what the reaction is.
Your teammates on the Pokemon train yet?
No, they look at me differently now. That's for sure. I definitely lost some. I don't know what some street cred. Thanks. Yeah, I definitely lost some street cred there, so I'm earning that back. I don't know how. Paid for coffees yesterday and lunch, so I don't know if I'm just paying for everything now. I'm paying for my friends on this team. It's getting a little suspect, not gonna lie.